player in the past, and very confident answer on the Scion is the Cho'Gath. I think that banner of command might be returning, Atlas. SKT, they're on scuttle vision from the enemy team, but they knew the exact recall time of Zion Rakan bot lane. We knew.
I think you'll be able to get a drive-by as this Dragon has been pulled out. He's actually going for it though, as in goes Tucson, but the Devour right there. Hero's entrance comes down as well, and he steals it! Mowgli, in his debut, going to be able to pick that one up, and Blossom immediately falls down. Afreeca might actually have found the team fight.
A kill for the Inferno would have been fine for SKT. A kill and an Inferno means they played that one supremely, suboptimally. And
It does make the disengage.
Tucson uses Summoner, so can't teleport to the Drake. Should be a free one for the side of SKT. Dar didn't use Feast on the minion, so we'll stick onto it. They'll give up a Cloud, which is decent for the side. Always going to be looking for the entrance on the quickness, and Afreeca looking for the mid lane turret. So there it is, 23 minutes in the game. The Baron, they are clumped up.
Well, they're looking to try and go in on Blossom to start this one off, but Tucson gets the quickness into the back line, and that's going to be Kuro heroically entering and picking up the first kill of the fight. Actually, the second is Wolf. The Catfish had already fallen, and no time is wasted. Mowgli slingshotting himself onto the purple worm, and Afreeca looking to put the first few nails into this coffin.
And it was such a great 1-2 punch where they blew the flash of the Cho'Gath, and they even had positioning on the hero's entrance behind the front line of SKT. They zoned so well, they controlled space so well, and Afreeca richly deserved.
Makes his exit.
Cowardly exit, but a strong one.
Yep, could be in trouble, but he is actually going to use the Impale onto Mowgli. He doesn't actually care, he's just going to pop out, aiming, flashing over the wall to pick up these kills, and Wolf going to get critted to the face. Mowgli heading in, Stretch Armstrong going to pick up a whole host of CC, and he doesn't even go down to
over the wall, aiming a trainee of SK Telecom T1 in previous seasons on the practice team. Gets the unlikely start against his old organization, having a great start, and there is going to be the inhibitor turret broken at 29 minutes.
Absolutely incredible. 29 minutes where they can win a fight, because if they face check like this, well, Wolf's dead. Aiming's going to easily pick that one up. Yes, he's got 4 AP items. 3 of those have health, and the other one has armor, so he's still deceptively tanky against the damage, especially out of Bang.
Get a kill involvement in this game when Afreeca have been so good at controlling space. We've seen a couple of games in a row where we've had could have been predicted with subs in the roster, 2 subs based on their earlier roster. Looking for the pick onto Mowgli, might just be caught.
Yeah, Wolf is going to devour him, but the hero's entrance comes down, and Afreeca Freecs, this is exactly what they wanted. And Tara, he's going to get kidnapped straight into the back line, and Keen picks up the kill. Tucson goes down very low, but that was all orchestrated by the Afreeca Freecs.
And another fight where Faker and Bang basically do no damage because their front line is just completely evaporated. Blossom looking for the steal. I don't think he's going to get it.
He's going to get onslaughted, as Keen is just going to get him out of here. The Baron falls very, very easily for the extended teamfight style build as well, when that hasn't been what he's been able to get into. In goes Tucson, the quickness is there, everyone's evaporating. Wolf, I'm not even sure he was in the fight beforehand. He started off dead as a Featherstorm. He's going to lock down a triple kill for aiming. He's looking for a quadra, but he's actually not going to join in on this one. He wants to win the game. He's got his eyes on the prize. And Afreeca Freecs, 13-0 in the kills. This is a slaughter.
Aiming is just killing people where they stand instantly with all his damage amps. They're going to go for the close, and there's nothing Bang can do.
Absolutely not. As soon as the Xayah gets in here, it's going to be all she wrote, and there goes the Nexus. Afreeca Freecs continue their domination of SKT in a glorious Game 1. Man, the SKT fans really starting to scratch their heads in the audience here, Papa Smithy, because Afreeca Freecs really had a schooling in that game.
They pulled the execution when they needed to flawlessly. It's Polish as well, but Hemaplague will be on that side, and going to be a defensive choice here. It isn't the Thresh. They're not looking for playmaking now. They see the Trundle. Let's be real. It's going to be, Flash.
Yeah, Flash's going to come in. Good knockout comes down from Blossom. All too easy. Level 4 gank comes down from the Jarvan, and Faker is
I love that it has a fixed distance because it looks comical. He would have been happy to jump shorter as in the mid lane.
Faker looking like he's in a bit of trouble. The Glacial Prison is going to land, and that is going to be the dead Gargoyle. And Afreeca, they answer as well, and with double AD carry, that's first brick in the mid lane at 10 minutes in.
And when you rotate at the same time as a successful gank kill with the Rend later, this is a free one for them.
Yeah, Keen's back was stopped earlier on there as well, so he's going to go back to base, buys the frozen.
This is all pretty clear. What's the reaction going to be?
Yep, pile-in strategy, pretty understandable one as Amy's going down extraordinarily low. Blossom picks up the kill in the end as the flash is used by Bang, but Crow, he's turned up, the package is down, has to use the flash to get out of the way. Tara is pushing so well on the top side.
Yeah, they had early information to back away, they chose not to. Crow's teleport completed a little bit late.
Get down as well. Bit of cow riding to be done as Blossom going in once again. Crow's going to have to try and find a Valkyrie, does it, and there's the flash after him by Faker. Aiming turns up, and will they actually be able to get the kill? Blossom going down extremely low. Crow lasts so long, but Faker grabs it with the Winds of War, and now everyone makes their way out. It's just Crow falling.
Then get you into a bigger hole just around the time that Baron spawns. So they go for the ultra defense.
Just the word control, basically. It equates to SKT. It's why they've been so consistent over the years. But 4-match winning streak with this. Yeah, and actually they get the flash for free if they are going to be able to pick up this turret. But there's the Glacial Prison. Tucson going to get stunned up, but the front line is just getting decimated. Mowgli, no chance to get out. Hero's entrance is in as well, but Blossom, he's going to be taken out by the Rend. Faker needs to exit as there's a Scion in the back line, and Keen's just going to get melted. The zombie is going to get dealt with as well, and the Afreeca Freecs, they have to be careful because they can get turned on again. Still, the tower is going to survive for the moment, but are they going to be able to get back under? No. Backdoor bonus going to be enough. And SKT have to make their way out, but again, another great fight.
A big investment from Afreeca to interrupt the Rift Herald being summoned. If they can hold the turret here, it'll be worth it, but unfortunately the rest of their members have to recall. They give a kill trade, and eventually the mid lane turret only delayed about 30 items, and again, it isn't trivial that you have to spend 2,000 gold from here to actually get. I mean,
now double QSS is completed as well for the carries, as there's another Cataclysmic entrance to come down, but the disengage is pretty much perfect. Re-engage comes in from Mowgli, exactly. Glacial Prison comes down, but the Fate's Call saves everyone. A Ren stack is going to have to be pulled out, but no, it's Kuro that grabs that kill. Decimating smash with a knock-up. Oh, Faker, he's found his way into the mid, but he's just going to get taken out. It's a double for Kuro. Big knock-ups from SKT as they're trying to turn it around yet again, and the zombie is now into the front line, but Antara happy to tank that. Bang, of course, went for the Bloodthirster in game number 1 as his third item. Now we've got Rageblade in Bang.
Looking for the pick.
Not going to be able to find the ultimate here as well, as Bang is going to go wide with the Chains of Corruption, and Tucson, they're focusing on the flashless target. Faker is going to turn up, and Tucson just gives himself up for the Ghost. He will be taken out. Takes him a long time. Tucson. The exhaust is actually going to be invested. That might have been a mistake.
All the way down. It is actually out of vision of the ward.
Yeah, and Blossom seems to be able to tank this up for long enough. Now they're going to be able to find it, but it's all too late. It's going to be taken out. SKT with a beautiful Baron sneak, and the crowd goes ballistic.
Start giving up the easy objectives, though.
Yeah, now the Unstoppable Onslaught comes in, package delivered to Antara, but the hero's entrance comes down. Subjugate doing so much work, giving Antara his health back, and Mowgli has to be so careful. Faker gets the flash, he's going to pick up the kill onto the Sejuani. Kuro was trying to get damage back over to the side, but it doesn't matter, and the base is getting destroyed. SKT fighting on multiple fronts, and they will break the base, and they should get an inhibitor as well.
They were able to pick up the kill because Q from Faker full AP did so much damage, and in the disarray,
Jeepers.
Target's going to go down both sides to demolish and just trundle. They're looking for a second turret here. This is the play that was denied to them for 15 minutes, but it's decisive right now.
Yeah, really nice stuff. SKT pulling the trigger. We knew with Blossom on the squad, they're much better at doing that, but finally found their opportunity. The most adorable Baron sneak, and then 2 in him.
Kill the front line. It doesn't matter how much damage the back line can do, and already the zone is. Here's the wombo!
Yeah, is it even worth it? As there's the hero's entrance, the double knockup. The front line doesn't really look like a front line right now, as Tucson's going to go down first. The cow doing so much work in the back line. There's another knockup. It's a double kill for Bang. There's heaps of them going down. 4 members of Afreeca dead. Kuro watches on in horror as the rest of his teammates melt around him. And SKT will be able to cement their victory. Very similar to what Afreeca did in game 1. And we're going to have a deciding match. Will the Galio get banned? I'm not sure, but SKT look brilliant and will have momentum moving into game 3.
It took them a long time to pick up the Baron, but their execution post-Baron cannot be denied. Fantastic close by SK Telecom T1. 2 games in a row were reminded that Kalista against tanky opposition cannot output the damage. The Kalista goes down, the Corki is zoned. Has to be Trundle, the Camille into Scion doesn't really work, so 1-3-1. with some pick against Afreeca Freecs, looking for strong lanes, but also
Get himself out of the way of any trouble.
scouting with his face a little bit as well, if there's going to be a collapse from the bot side.
Standing on top of a ward. And he's going to win the smite battle, and Tara's going to turn himself around, but in goes Keen. The double knockup does come down, but Kuro gets the earlier rotation, and Tara knocked up Blossom. First blood going over to the Talia. This could be Kuro with an opportunity to make things happen. Parallel convergence. We expected these guys to be hanging out together, as there's the ult's going to land on Afreeca straight away. Will have the chrono break, but can he actually get it down in time? He does. Kuro taking a bit of damage, but no, he's going to get punished. Kuro grabs his second, 100% of the kills, and it's in the mid lane.
To guarantee the early game, take a mountain anytime.
Oh yeah, now they can start shoving down these turrets. Feels like it's exactly what they
They're
ordered.
going to get a lot of bonus things here unless they can actually harass Keen off the turret top side. Set up for a Drake. Well, what they decide to go through a Scion and get Afreeca the fallback Drake because they couldn't get primary objective of mid lane outer. That means that the Ocean, so they're still looking for picks. Blossom.
Well, Spirit actually happy to take this one as Kuro's going to turn up. Faker trapped in there, doesn't want to face dive over this wall, and Blossom's just going to get taken out. Kuro grabs his third of the game. Wolf now trying to run away. Tucson heads down, was trying to predict a flash.
But there is 4 members farmed from SKT. Will there be the turn?
Yeah, no Unstoppable Onslaught actually to start off this fight as Keen turns up in the nick of time. The Baron does go down to the Ren, but can they get anything more? Spirit's going to be taken out. Faker flashing himself out after picking up the kill, but Kramer slows him down with the Ren, and he's got no mana. Another Ren comes in. It's a double kill, expertly executed by the Kalista.
They're going to take top lane turret as well. That was the pick they needed.
All of his Rens, just to make sure that that kill on Faker was secured.
They used the first Ren for the slow rather than using it for the execute. Baron times that.
Yeah. Lots of vision available here as well, so Faker was seen. The Predator, though, can actually speed his way in. No, this inner turret will fall down, but no base broken as 10 seconds remains on the Baron buff, and Antara needs to be answered on the top side.
I think everyone has something to talk about when it comes to SKT, because there will be people who see the result, see the fact that it's a freak again, and while SKT lost again, they're not a top team. But also the SKT fans will watch this, who watch the series will see it's a much, much better performance. The Afreeca loss was all over SKT, but they are looking to close out the final game.
Well, speaking of closing things out, Faker in a whole host of trouble is going to have the chrono break to get himself back as Kramer takes the full damage from it. In comes Antara. He's trying to find Kramer, but he gets slowed down by the Rend. Faker getting in there. Parallel convergence, triple stun as Faker's schooling everyone. He picks up one of the kills, but is then going to be turned around upon an SKT. Not quite at a position where they can fight that off, but damn, that looked in the next
Probably
few
didn't
minutes.
need that weave as well, but guess, safety first.
Yeah. Well, it's also, that's in the playbook as well. This is what we use it for. We take a turret using the wall.
They don't have it for Baron, though, if they want to try to rush it down on spawn.
Well, Bang is actually going to look for Koro, who's going to respect it a lot. Yeah, Zhonya's does get utilized, so it's a stopwatch, actually. And that's just going to be Bang picking up the kill. Koro just out of position. We were singing his praises. You can't make a mistake like that. Good, decisive play.
Yeah, the E there actually interrupts the Banshee Veil. They take him down. The Impale was not used in all of it. Still available. And SKT finally picking up some standing gold.
Yeah.
They're going to take a lot here if Afreeca don't
be
rush.
The lead. Yeah, exactly. That gold lead that Afreeca had is getting torn apart. 5.5k now.
Afreeca getting run out round really smartly. They wanted to try to defend the inner turret, but then they realized they'd be out of position for a Baron turn, so they were trying to choose between both objectives, and SKT get both, and now turn on the Baron. And this might have to be Afreeca giving it up.
Yeah, a bit lazy on that Weaver's Wall that you mentioned earlier on. You can understand why it happened, but now the turn, the Impale actually used onto Keen just to get him out. Nice triple knockup from Tucson, though, as he gets the quickness.
It's Faker!
Fate's call comes down. Faker finds the backline, doesn't get the parallel convergence, as it's a good knockup as Bang gets exhausted. Keen doing the very best that he can with the decimating smash opportunity. Tucson, not too many options as far as getting back in with the health bar that low. And Keen will be the sacrificial lamb to this fight, but no Baron buff to be taken down.
The second Baron, well set up. Kuro's here.
Yeah, Weaver's Wall actually going to lock Wolf out of this fight unless he can headbutt his way over. Spirit's turned up. It is going to be a 50-50 if they go for it. Kramer does have that Guardian Angel as well. Low health bars now on SKT as they're eating poke damage. You can see the difference it makes when they've got Kuro there to throw these Qs in. Try and at least soften the members of SKT. Permafrost comes down. Tucson actually going to engage on the Wolf, and he's going to be taken out. SKT a little bit too far behind, and now it's Afreeca with the opportunity. I believe that was another unstoppable onslaught, as Keen is just going to yell at SKT, tell them that this is going to be the Baron taken down. But man, that was very close to SKT weaving their way back in to this game.
And SKT continues, and they'll be able to do some sick outplays.
Yeah, and think about it, if this goes to the hyper late game and Bang's going to be in any of these fights, this is going to be that 5th dragon to come in. Afreeca Freecs going to lock that one down. Curry going to head back. Afreeca also looking to try and take down this turret. A much better weave as well to guarantee the breaking of the base on the bottom side of the map. SKT, not a lot of options there as far as getting their way in, and we've got Sion wanting to make this a 5v5. They want to guarantee the inhibitor. Blossom hanging around, doesn't find the E. And they will be able to lock this one in. So really good play from Afreeca Freecs to guarantee that the base is in shares. In goes Tucson, they're actually looking for the fight. Immediately destroys Faker. Didn't have the opportunity to press the R button, and now Afreeca Freecs will take their 2nd inhibitor of the game, and possibly even more.
There's an outside chance of an end. Seismic shove hits, they do end. They'll back away. Faker dying with ult up means
Brock will secure this top inhibitor turret as well. It's Blossom is trying to get in there with the Righteous Glory, but not able to find anything at all for SKT's. Bang actually hit by that one. Has to be so careful. Uses everything to get out, heal included.
It gets better for them when top lane super minions do crash on the top.
Well, in goes Tucson. He's going to be able to pick it up onto Antara, but the subjugate is going to be there. They've piled all the way in on top of this fight. Makuro very safe in the backline, and Blossom nowhere to be seen as Weaver's Wall was set up. Wolf is going to be the first casualty of the fight, and once again, it's just missed timing. Blossom finally flashes his way in to try and get the work done, but the Impale isn't going to get anything done. It's just going to spell his death as Kramer picks up the kill. Now they're all going to flood forward. There's knockups left, right, and center. A double kill as Kramer, his only game of the day, and he picks up the double and ends it for the Afreeca Freecs. It's a 2-1. It's a different story for the first meeting in this particular season for the Afreeca Freecs and SKT, but the same result in the end.
The Afreeca Freecs outthink, outplay, and in the end out-execute what SKT was trying to do. The Skarner, so often a voyeur in this game, watching as great plays were made by the